So for part 2 at number 21 Spottiswoode, obviously no retaining out here, hedge holding, soil holding, it is clay, and it seems to be holding quite well and it has done for quite some time. Driveway up here, it appears to me that this garage door is original. You can see we've got some new aluminium in the windows down those two. The other windows look pretty good. Chimney is not too bad, there's a little bit of wear up there, but generally speaking fairly straight and true. Water valve, I anticipate that is our blue one just down there. Spouting is PVC, that's actually in pretty good order. New mains cables looking pretty good. You come to bits like this, so technically that should be 50 mils higher, so that's into the old field tile stuff. It is plastics plumbing however. Then we've got kitchen waste here into there. So that has got the rise, that's actually okay. Now I look at it, I'm still confused. So we have this waste here. Now there's a waste which comes over from by the kitchen. Can't be spouting going into here and wastewater going into there. So one of those two is wrong. Up the back, retaining again relatively low risk of failure I should imagine, unless there's something catastrophic happens. You're sort of talking about a 1 in 3 slope in total. What we do have up the back here, it gets pretty querulous. So each and every one of our tiles, the laps are all just that little bit wrong, not quite this way enough. So it's almost as if all of the tiles need to be shuttled that way. The lip on the leading edge should be that way, just a bit. They should butt into each other quite nicely, but you see they're all just stretched out and you are getting some weep between them. So we're getting some water in. Options, I say the simplest option is to re-roof. It may be an option to shift all the tiles this way, but that could get fiddly if you're stealing 10 mil here, 10 mil there, 10 mil here. Then obviously you open up a gap down that end, which means you need to point the apex, which means you'd probably need to put the odd half tile back in. This gets a bit tricky really. Other options are of course seal up all the gaps with a bit of silicone, which is not as stupid as it sounds, or just spray the roof off with a good polymer, but there's just enough of them weeping on this face and this face that it does make you question the whole setup. So we seem to have adequate height above ground there. Brickwork's generally holding up pretty well. No evidence of real waterproofing down here, but no real evidence of failure either. And you've got the two vents there, which implies that they did know they were building it at that height. This roof here is looking okay for now. Steps get a little bit dubious, but not too bad. Still sort of, this section here is a bit surprising, but it all seems to match up pretty well. Little jerry rigs in there. So balustrades technically down here, these balustrades are a bit lower than a metre. You don't quite have the full protection, but again that's Residential Tenancies Act stuff. Hedging and everything else obviously would have to be kept trimmed. We come in here, we notice we've had the odd bit of water on some of these, and it seems that is actually just from the vents, and those vents are actually from the old meat safe most likely. They had a cool store under there. So this wee room, tempered hardboard lined. I mean, it's not habitable as a bedroom, although if you own the house you could. Certainly you can't rent it out as a bedroom. But yeah, it's workable as a storage space. Laundry, again workable concrete floor. That about covers us from down here, I think.